everyone, so welcome to another video. So this is day one of Proofreading Wildfire. So I did a series about editing Wildfire. By the time you guys are watching this video, that series will already be out. But I edited it and I went through beta reader comments one final time. I was actually getting ready to proofread it like a week or two ago, and I realized I hadn't gone all the way through the beta reader comments. So I went through it one more time, just addressing the beta reader comments. I didn't go through the whole book, I just went through the beta reader comments directly. And then when that was done, I finally have the proofread copy. So I had a cover issue. I forgot to order the paperback cover, and I realized I did the whole series. So I made the spines and then the backs of these. So I ordered proof copies of Wildfire or Volcano and Earthquake. So, but with them, I had from my designer, I had the front covers, but without the text. So I was able to, fun fact, this is an inside look, I was able to take this image, zoom it in, and use part of this as the spine. Same with Earthquake. If you notice the back, you can see like the city and stuff because it's really zoomed in and blurred, but it makes it look more connected from the spines to the backs and the fronts and all that stuff. But the problem is with Wildfire, I forgot to do that. My designer is no longer, the one who did this is no longer designing, and I forgot to get this without the text, so I had to zoom it way in. And so the back that you actually see is actually this part right here, beneath the A and beside the E. On my name, it's this little portion right here, but it ended up looking really good. You can read the back, it's really clear. Proof copies always have this not for resale sign, but that's why I use them. I also have actual copies of Earthquake and Volcano up there on my shelf, but I don't want to write in them, and I want to proofread the whole series just to make sure, because it was the Calamity's Hope series. I haven't put as much attention to detail as I have with the Valiant series, and Rogue was the first book that I actually decided to edit proof copies of, because I had advice from my editor and from other author YouTubers I've been watching, and I was never comfortable writing in a book, even the proof copy, and I did it with Rogue, and because it's a paperback, my eyes like see more and catch more, and I've never done that with these. So once I'm through with Wildfire, I will be going through with Volcano and Earthquake. And it's good for me to go through the whole series again, because I'm trying to get inspired for book 4, and I've been blank on it for years, so maybe going through the whole series will help with that. But here's the thing. I have some big issues to address already, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it up, the ebook file, and then, which is where my comments are. I left comments to myself, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in the book where they belong. That way, as I'm editing, I already have those issues to address, but they're big issues that I couldn't, just because remember I said I went through the beta reader comments, I was going from comment to comment, and most of those I could address on the fly without really getting too much context. But my big issues that I pointed out to myself, like for instance, it has to do with like the Wildfire's direction and where it's going and making sure everything makes sense. So some of those are big issue things that I'm going to have to address as I'm reading, and that's why I'm going to put those in there just to remind myself what those issues are, what those comments are, so as I'm reading I can address them as notes to myself, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm going to do that real quick. And here's the thing. I originally had a November deadline for this book. Let me pause and get the deadline. Okay. So I had according to this is my YouTube video schedule, I was going to release Wildfire on Tuesday, the 21st of November. And then I realized when I was getting the proof copy ready a couple weeks ago, that's when I realized, oh, I haven't gone through all the beta reader comments yet. Crap. So I was like, I'm not going to get it done in time. I don't want to be rushed, because at the time I wasn't in the mood to re-edit it a second time, because I was ready to proofread, which proofreading is editing, but I didn't want to have an extra editing through the whole book, one extra time on top of that. So I decided to when I got the pre-order ready for the ebook, I set it to February 13th in 2024, because that's the day before Valentine's Day. And I set that, but then I was able to actually go through all the beta reader comments in one setting, in one night. And so it happened quicker than I thought it would and went smoother than I thought it would. So I was able to get the pre-order copy much sooner. So today is November 3rd, and I've been writing, I'm doing NaNoWriMo. I still have audiobook stuff to go through for Rogue, and I'm still finalizing Samurai. So I would like to get this done and see if I can actually meet my original deadline by the 21st of November. So keep in mind, I have to proofread this, and then I have to take all the comments and notes from this and put it back into both the ebook and the paperback file, address all of those issues, get it re-edited, excuse me, and then get it up in time for November 21st. I don't know if I can do it, so we're crunching here, and that's why I hope you guys are going to be excited to watch this vlog series with me, because we will find out how much of this I can get done. I'm also doing a reading challenge, which is a surprise video for later. So I'm still trying to read books for that. So we'll see how much I can get done. So again, step one is to go through and get all the big picture comments that I had to myself and write them in here. I have red pen for mistakes, just because it's easier to see. And I'm going to get a new highlighter, if I can grab it, because I've used this other highlighter here for my YouTube one, and it's basically blackened at this point. So I'm going to grab a highlighter, and then I'm going to start. I don't need the highlighter, actually, because the highlighter's for once I get it done and make sure that I apply it to the book. So I don't need the highlighter, but I do need the red pen. So I'm going to go ahead and start writing comments to myself. I also have, took me way too long to find these, because I have a little nook over here and it's got like several different boxes. I also have these. So essentially I for Rogue, I did certain color codes. So I'm going to see which ones I have the most color of, and then pick and choose which color I want to be the ones for mistakes, and then which ones I want to put down for quotes and stuff. So I think these big ones here, these pink ones, because I also have this extra pink color that I could use if I need to. So these pink ones, it's going to be for mistakes. And what I do is when I write in the book, because I may not see every like missed comma or something like that with the red pen, I may miss it. Anytime I make an edit, I'm going to stick a tab there. So I know, okay, there is an edit somewhere on this page. I just have to find it. And that helps me keep it clear. And then if I run across any good quotes that I can use in teasers, I'm going to do purple. So pink and purple, those are my colors. I'm going to get those out. And now I'm going to go through and put my comments on there for the big picture stuff that I want to remind myself to address. And then I'm going to get started proofreading. So I may or may not try to do a montage. So we'll see what I can get done. Okay, I got it. I had 9 comments to myself, and I only have 8 tabs, so I don't know what happened, but I'll figure it out later. So I finally got all this done, and I'm sitting down ready to edit, and there's a YouTube video I really want to watch, so I'm trying not to get distracted, and I'm trying to do at least 1 or 2 chapters, so I'm making some progress, because I'm on a crunched deadline, and yet I'm wanting to procrastinate, the vice of all authors. So let's see how much I can get done. I was also going to do a time lapse, but I forgot my thing that my phone sits on, so I have nowhere to sit my phone, and I have to hold it. I obviously can't do that and edit at the same time, and I don't want to get back up because I'm not feeling well tonight. So we're just going to have to deal with no montage, and I'll try to get one another night. Hey guys, so it's still day 1 of Proofreading Wildfire, and I'm proud of myself because I did 2 chapters. There's 20, I want to say, no, there's 30 chapters even, so I did 2, so I'm going to calculate how many a day that means I have to do in order to get it done in time and still have time to implement the changes. So I wanted to talk about a little bit what I edited, because I had to deal with some big picture stuff. One of them is that the main character, there's a situation that she goes through in her backstory that's revealed at the end. That's not a twist. It's just mentioned at the end that the beta readers pointed out I didn't mention very often throughout the book. And so I'm in the beginning trying to add more about it, and I feel like the event's going to change her character, and I'm not sure exactly how to address the additions. And again, I'm writing in a paperback book, so it's hard to add more, so I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so I did chapter 1. The formatting looks great, by the way. So I did chapter 1 and chapter 2. I'm trying to be careful here. And honestly, I noticed this one has a lot more mistakes than when I was proofreading Rogue, but that's probably because I had an editor for Rogue, so there's like a lot more red when you're just scrolling through here. Yeah, so I got inspired and wrote a conversation, and I want to add more But again, I feel like it's changing her character, so I'm not sure how to address that. So that's what I edited tonight. I think I'm going to take a break, and yeah, I will check in with you guys for the next time I work on this. Hey guys, it is still day 1 of Proofreading Wildfire, and I'm on chapter 4. So I did chapters, I thought I only did 1 chapter. So I did 3. Yeah, I did 3. My math was off. So I just did chapter 3. So that was that much. It's in the AM now, so I've got other things I need to do. So that's probably going to be it for tonight, but if I do more, I will let you guys know. Making nice progress. I couldn't doubt myself. It's still day 1, but check this out. I think these are the first 2 pages where I had no mistakes, which is actually scaring me because there was actually a lot. There's been multiples on every single page. So I feel like I'm missing something, but so far it looks like page 28 and 29 are clean. We'll see if that's actually the truth or not. Still day 1 update. I did up to chapter 6, so I did 4 and 5. And this one didn't have as many mistakes, which is kind of concerning. Chapter 5 didn't, but we're still making progress. And the sticky notes are increasing. So. Hey guys, so it's day 2 of Proofreading Wildfire, and boy have I had a day. So, long story short, I lost a scene that I was writing tonight. I'll have a link here if that vlog episode is up. I was writing in the Tides of War. It's been a mess, so I had to rewrite the entire thing. I've been super busy. Saturdays, the night I send out my newsletters, and it was busy anyway. So, but fortunately, when I rewrote it from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., and 2 a.m. hit, and I went back to 1 a.m. again, because it's fall back, and I am awake when the hour is gained, so that's kind of fun to experience. But I gained an extra hour, so that helped me have plenty of time. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to proofread tonight. So this is my project. I'm on chapter 8, so I did the last 2 chapters, so 7 and 6. Yeah, I had to make sure. Yeah, that would be 7, and then I did 6. Yeah, so I did 6 and 7. I would do more, but I've had a long day, so I'm proud of 2 chapters. Progress is progress, and I've got, out of 30 chapters, I don't know, you do the math, 30 minus 8, that should leave me like, 22? So, progress is progress, so pretty happy with it. And yeah, so this is day 2 of proofreading. We may get this done yet. I don't know.